Please say good afternoon, if you would, to Dawn Meadows-Dixon.
Hey.
Dawn.
How are you?
Great.
Am I right?
Dan's wanted to find a film that's going to make him laugh. He asked me that earlier in the week, and I think this might be one for him.
Am I right, though? We're kind of in the lull, in between. There's nothing really...
I mean, who would... I don't know. I heard Hipperson say he liked Warm Bodies. Did you hear about that movie? It's about zombies. I did not go...
I don't even need to hear anything but that it's about zombies, and I don't want to see it.
Well, zombies are so big. He actually said it was worth seeing, and then Hansel and Gretel, of course, did well at the box office. It's that time of year that Hollywood is appealing to that teenager who is restless after Christmas. It's not spring yet, It's just that down period. And so you have to really look hard to find a good film. I'm not going to say this next one is great, but at least I laughed. And it's Melissa McCarthy. Have you heard the...
Oh, this is the identity theft.
Yes. And it opens, the way it opens just freaked me out because I know not to do this, but the film opens and she is pretending to be a credit card company, and she says, Mr. Patterson, your credit card has been stolen, and I need you to verify your Social Security number. He goes, you're kidding me. Okay, all right, it's stolen. All right, oh, yeah, I'll take care of it. And he recites his Social Security number to her over the phone. Of course, she is the thief, and that's how she gets all of these cards. And the other guy is played by Jason Bateman, who is together, their comic chemistry is wonderful. But I had an experience today where I was making an appointment at a doctor's office, and they said to me, can I have your Social Security number just to confirm? And I thought of this movie, and I said, I'd rather not give that to you over the phone. So I don't know if people know that this really goes on.
Well, here's my take on Melissa McCarthy. I like her, and I think she's funny, but she is becoming, to me, a one-trick pony.
That's what I'm worried about.
I watched the trailers for this. What's the name of this movie?
Identity Thief.
Yeah, and I saw the same exact character that was in Bridesmaids. Same expressions, same comedic sort of slapstick routine. I hope that I get to see her do what, more of a and I say this because it's another big woman who's a good actress and can do comedy or drama, and that's Kathy Bates. I hope we see more from her than this Saturday Night Live type character.
Well, I'm worried because in this film it is a bunch of comic skits strung together to make a movie, and it tries to have heart halfway through. It somewhat succeeds. I don't want to give it away, as we find out that she's truly like a sociopath, and there's a reason why she's stealing all these identities. But her comedy is funny, but I also feel like it's always about her size. It's always something to do, but she allows us to laugh at her because she is laughing at herself in a way. But I don't know how long that's going to go.
Now, let's take other big people who were funny and try to decide, was the fact that they were funny, was it about their size? And I say sometimes no. Chris Farley, yes. It would seem to always be some fat humor. But John Candy, I didn't see him as a big fat guy so much as a lovable guy and a funny guy and a poignant guy. Yeah, he wasn't slapstick funny using his weight. So there's a case where I think if John Candy had lost weight, he'd still be a lovable, likable kind of guy, where if she loses weight, I don't know that she has... Maybe I'm wrong. Certainly she wouldn't have the same career. Who's the other big person I'm thinking of? Farley, Candy.
What's the
John
guy?
Goodman, but he's not really a...
Well, Belushi. John Belushi was a chunky, wasn't fat. He was a kind of a chunky guy.
What's the guy's name that lost the weight and then gained it back? He was in...
Jonah Hill?
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Oh, yeah. Jonah Hill.
I think without the weight, he's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
But he's not the same
and
character.
And he started to gain the weight back, and he actually became funnier. So sometimes... And do you wonder, too, like watching a woman, you were mentioning men, we're laughing at them being big, but a woman, because a woman, her weight is such a sensitive topic, And for me as a woman to watch another woman and hear people laughing and knowing they're laughing,
there's something about it. There's something weird about it, because the same women who will laugh at Melissa McCarthy on TV or in the movies, oh, she's so funny, I love her so much, are the very women who, in private, if they were in someone's home, would go, I can't believe she lets herself go like that.
Yeah.
She should do something about that weight.
You know women.
I do know women. You got that right.
You know women.
Now let me ask you this.
And I felt it in the theater. In fact, I felt like the men. It was funny because I sat towards the front. I didn't sit with the press. The men were just, you could almost hear them laughing before the bit was done. And women, they were a little slow on it, because to laugh at another woman like that, and they were okay with it, but you're right. If it was their friend, or if it was someone who was trying to be their friend, would they think it was a good... I don't know.
No,
I don't want to judge women here, but...
Let me ask you this. What about this question? Do you think somebody like Melissa McCarthy, if you got her to be absolutely truthful, do you like how big you are, and do you like the way you look? And I think the answer would be something like, I'm glad that I've been able to use who I am and the way I am without changing to show the world blah, 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 that you can be yourself and be successful. That's not the answer to the question. And I think the answer to the question would be, if she told the truth, no, even though this has made me a really good living that I might not have made otherwise, I think universally, men or women, if you had the choice and could change it, nobody'd want to be that big.
Absolutely. And I think if she was honest, she probably would say that, but the truth of the matter is that's not the politically correct answer. To say I'm comfortable in my skin is what people want to hear. And she does appear to laugh at herself. I love her. Do you ever watch Mike and Molly?
I have. I like it.
And it's in what she's got there is heart, and you believe that she cares about this guy.
But you know, when you watch Mike and Molly, you find yourself feeling sorry for her, but liking him.
Well, that's the problem I have with the movie. We're all laughing at this woman who is basically rolling around on the set and can't get up. I mean, there's some funny bits in it, and she's laughing. She knows. She looks at the camera almost to say, I know what you're laughing at. It's okay.
And she's real good at making the most of it and using it. She really is.
And her comedic timing is spot on. I think she's probably a great actress. And I'm going to say, she really is a beautiful woman. If you look at her face, she is really pretty. And in Bridesmaids, she was kind of playing a more masculine guy.
No, she was.
She's a different character. She's got the long nails and lots of makeup.
No, she butched it up for Bridesmaids.
She definitely did. So it's a different character. And she just signed on to do 3 more films with her husband. You know, her husband was in Bridesmaids.
He was the air marshal.
Right. And so that they have their own company now, and she's going to do a film called Michelle Darnell, which is based on a character that she created. A woman travels across the country with her crazy grandmother or aunt. And then a movie called Just Do It, and it's a movie about turning the TV off for 101 days and how that improves a couple's sex life, and she's playing the woman, I believe. So she just announced this big deal where she's got this company, and so I think she's going to try to make some of the roles different. She'll have control over it because she has the company, but I fear that her talent is going to go wasted if it's a one-trick pony, as you said.
Well, we'll find out in time. It's called Identity Theft.
And you will laugh. You will.
Oh
laugh
no, I don't doubt that for a minute.
So I mean, it's not a great movie, and lots of comic bits. I wish it knew how to end. A lot of films just don't know. While we've been funny now, how do we give it heart and how do we wrap it up? And that's the problem with this film.
Well, there are lots of uncomfortable...
Oh, and it's directed by Seth Gordon. I should say that, too.
There are certain things. There's certain things you see on the screen and you see in life and you laugh at them and you think, I wonder if I'm supposed to be laughing at this. But when the person you're laughing at is essentially saying, hey, I want you to laugh at me.
Oh, I think she is, too. Yeah.
Then you're okay. How many ARDs for Identity Theft?
2 3/4, because I can't deny that I laughed. Not a great movie, but I can't deny I laughed in a sea of zombies that are out there in these horrible,
I'll take this
horror
any day.
films. I say, go try this one.
Here we go. 2 3/4.
All right, Dan. All right, Dan. All right, Dan.
All right, Dan.
All right, Dan.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Dawn Meadows Dixon, everybody. Yeah. And she's right about Melissa McCarthy, I think being pretty. You ever seen women that you know,
bigger,
even though
pretty.
they're really big, you go, wow, she's really pretty. And then if they lost that weight, they'd be, I guess the right term would be, is more acceptable or accepted by a lot of people. Don Meadows Dixon, brought to you by